Hi guys! Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time you're watching. Just give me 1 second. Thank you guys so much for hopping on, even if you're watching this on the replay. My name is Atisha Campbell, and I'm your success domination coach. I help you dominate your online sales so that you can become magnetically attracted to your customers and build a rock solid brand. Now, I know I haven't been on my personal Facebook page in a while, but I wanted to hop on just to share some things with you guys that I've been actively researching and getting a lot of questions on these past couple of weeks, ever since I came back from the Funnel Hacker Live event in Florida. And thank you guys for hopping on. If you're watching this now, come on in. Let me know where you're from. And also, I want to know what business you have. Let me know. What is your business? Whether you're MLM, coach, real estate expert, what business are you in? Just post it on in the comments because I would love to hear it. So, I've been getting a lot of questions on what does the second quarter mean, right? We just passed the first quarter. What does the second quarter mean? Give me 1 second, guys. Aurora, can you close the door, please, to your room? What does the second quarter mean to you? The first quarter, and type in 1 if you agree with me. The first quarter felt like it flew by. I felt like we were all getting ready for January. We were like, yeah, we're going to dominate 2018. And now it just flown by. And it's so amazing to accomplish so much in the beginning of the year. You guys don't understand how awesome it is to get everything done on your list and all the things you want to accomplish. It's so important to do it on the first quarter. A lot of times we wait on the first quarter. A lot of times in the first quarter, we are scared, we're skeptical, we're uncertain. We fall into our limited beliefs, as we say. But the first quarter, we really made it happen. I mean, it's just been an amazing, amazing transformation. But now we're in the second quarter, okay? So whatever was not accomplished, however you felt about your business in a negative way in the first quarter, you got to sort of leave that behind. Because I'm going to explain to you guys in just a second, in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to explain to you guys what the second quarter means and how you can dominate your second quarter. So before we get into that, guys, thank you guys so much for hopping on. Please share this out before we get started. And I'm so super duper happy to have you guys here. And I'm going to try my best to read each and every one of you guys' comments. For some reason, I cannot find my glasses. And you guys know I can't see well without my glasses. But as you guys know, I always go back and I always respond to you guys' comments in the chat. But thank you guys so much for hopping on. So what does the second quarter mean for you and your business? Now is the time not to slow down. It's the time not to slow down. April, this whole month of April, even the second quarter in general, it represents growth, right? So I was just talking to one of my private clients today, and I was talking to her about how you got to do everything in your business has to be about growth in your second quarter. It has to be about growth, okay? If you're at a point in your business where you're like, you know what? I'm going live every day. I'm sending out emails every day. I'm inside my messenger. I'm sending messages. I'm creating events, but my email list is not growing. My business is not growing. You're not getting new friend requests that are targeted friend requests, right? And even when you're on your business page, it seems like you're not getting enough traction. You have to figure out a strategy that will dominate your growth. I'm not talking about 1 or 2 people a day, 3 or 4 emails a day. I'm talking about really, really increasing your email list, increasing your targeted list by like over 50%. The second quarter has to be about growth. You have to constantly be figuring out ways, strategies, and systems. And inside our programs, we have a whole 21-day plan on how you can grow your business from start to finish. And it's just constant growth that you have to be thinking of. You know, another thing about the second quarter is, hey, Robert, how you doing? I miss you. The second quarter also needs to be about you establishing your power. Somebody type in power in the chat. All of you lovely ladies that watch me on a consistent basis, who comment on my posts, who like my posts, and even if you just like to watch me, right? Because you love my makeup, I make you laugh or whatever, right? All of you ladies are powerful. Right? And I think we steal that away from ourselves, right? Because I was just speaking to another client today, and she was telling me about how her family doesn't support her. Like her mom doesn't support her, her sisters doesn't support her. And she was even telling me that all of this time, for years, she has constantly been supporting them in whatever business venture that they wanted to get into, anything. But one of the things I had to tell her is that that's normal. Like, getting non-support from the people who's close to you, that is normal. When I first started my business, back when I worked at a job, my husband was like, what are you doing? He was like, what the heck are you doing? This was like 3-4 years ago when I really was like saying, I don't want this to be a hobby anymore. I want to start building mode. Like when you guys know what I'm saying. When you're in that moment where you're just like, I want to build. I don't want to just do this as a hobby. I want to really build a rock solid business, a rock solid brand. I want to magnetically attract customers. I want to dominate my sales. So for a long time, when I first started my business, my husband looked at me like I was crazy. And in the beginning, I was shocked because I'm like, wait a second. I've been supporting you all this time. What happened? But you guys know my story. And I know many of you lovely ladies have probably gone through that before, whether it's your partner, whether it's your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your cousin, whoever. There's always those handful of people that always has something negative to say about what you're doing. That's common. But at the end of the day, you have to maintain. Somebody type in maintain. You have to, hey Jade, you have to maintain your power. Nobody's going to give that to you. And a lot of people say, Letitia, you're so hyper, you're so high energy. It's because every day, guys, I don't want to start crying, but every day I have to maintain my power. It's like, I feel like my power is my crown, right? And I come hell or high water, I refuse to let anybody knock my crown off my head. So just recently, I've had hit a couple of walls. I have had a couple of disappointing interactions. But at the end of the day, you can't let nothing steal your power. You got to allow your power. Thank you, Brandy. You got to allow your power to be like your crown or your staff or that one thing that just keeps you going in your business. Now, I know, guys, it's easier said than done. There was times where I used to literally lay up late at night or even like cry in my pillow because I was like, I don't know why people are not getting it, or where am I going? I'm so passionate about what I'm doing. I'm so passionate about helping so many different women, but it's not going anywhere. And I get it, but you gotta know that you are powerful. And if you have a amazing message, and I'm going to talk to those of you who are my clients, we're going to talk about this later on tonight. If you have a message and you put your power behind it, you could become absolutely the most dominant person online to where people just are magnetic to you. It's almost like you're contagious, like what Tamika says. It's like people are just magnetically attracted to you and they just stay stuck to you forever, no matter where you go, what you're doing, no matter what. So another thing, guys, is that's about the second quarter, and I want you guys to write this down. So if you're ready, type in ready, because really when you're listening, you're only really retaining 20% of the content. If you haven't shared this out, please make sure that you share, because this is so important. If you have a team or you want to share this out to someone who you feel needs to hear this information, please share this out right now. So the one of the main things about the second quarter that you must understand, in the beginning of every year, we all sit down and we write out what we want to plan for our businesses. What we want to accomplish. All of us do that. We sit down and we say, you know what? I want to accomplish this, and that. I want to make this much money every single month. But one of the things that we fail at is that we don't revisit our plan. The second quarter, hey, Anita, the second quarter is all about planning. It's all about planning. Okay? You got to go back to, even if you didn't have a plan for 2018 for your business, now is the time, this week is the time for you to sit down, and write out your plan. What is your plan? What is your goal? What do you want to accomplish? It's like at the Funnel Hacker Live event, and Robert and I were at the Funnel Hacker Live event last week. And what did Russell Brunson say? He said, it's all about the what and the how. The what and how. What are you planning? Hey, Megan, what is your plan for your business? What is your destiny for your business? And again, you got to put power behind that. And a lot of times as women, we don't stay loyal to our plan. We allow all this external stuff to just come in and just knock us off our rocker. And one of the main things I realized, through all the years I've been doing this, right? I realized that whenever I'm going in the right direction, there's always some type of negative that comes in and tries to block that. Because for years, I spent years, guys, and I'm going to be honest with you, I spent years working for other people making millions and millions of dollars for them. I had a boss that got a brand new car practically every 6 months. I had another director who always went on vacations practically every quarter for a whole month. Like, they were living an actual free lifestyle to where when they came into work, they didn't have all the challenges that I had with bills and with having disagreements with my husband and trying to figure out who was going to watch my kids. They were free. You know, so I spent years focusing on building other people's freedom, trying to make sure that I looked like the best employee in the world. So I always felt like I was needed, when at the end of the day, we're all expendable. And at the end of the day, I felt I lost track of what my plan was. You got to stay faithful and loyal to your plan. And when you put your own power behind it, you're absolutely going to become the most dominant person. No, planning 2018. So important. The year is not over. And I know many of us feel like a little bit discouraged because you probably didn't have an amazing first quarter. Or if you did have an amazing first quarter, now is the time to scale. So some of you guys are probably looking at me right now. And guys, thank you so much for hopping on. And once again, if you haven't shared this out, please make sure that you share this out. It's just so important. Many of us probably had an amazing first quarter. I mean, I know that I did. I went to Bali, Indonesia. I got to go to Orlando, Florida last week. I have gained so many new clients and just totally started to rechange my new structure on how I ran my programs. I'm actually, we launched I'm the head coach of the Sexy Brand Building Formula program, and actually, adding new people into our Complete Done For You. So I've been moving and shaking. As you guys can see, I've been doing a lot, in the first quarter. So if your business is like mine and your first quarter was awesome, yeah, there was some things that was holes and gaps, but at the end of the day, you were actually in the positive, not the negative. Now is the time to scale. Now is the time to figure out how you're going to scale your business, right? So it could stay at an even higher level. And there was something that we learned last week, and Robert was there, and it was like our aha moment. It was like, it's a big difference, guys, huge difference with having people who are small business owners and people who are entrepreneurs. Okay? There's a big gap there, right? There are some people out there that will always be small business owners, that will always be out there just working their business to the grind, right? And then you have the entrepreneur. An entrepreneur basically is someone, and this is my definition. I know all of you guys probably have your own, but the whole definition of what the entrepreneurial aspect is that you have built a business. You actually have helped train other leaders to help actually run and manage your business online. And now your business has reached a level to where you can give back. You can create a non-for-profit. You can give back to other businesses. You can start even investing. I know many of you guys watch Shark Tank. All of them people on there are entrepreneurs. Their business is so big that they can actually start to invest in other businesses and just lay back and take the revenue from it, depending on how much percentage they are invested in, how much skin they put into the game. So if your business has done amazing the first quarter, don't walk away from this live. Are you scaling your business? Okay. Are you taking it from now being a small business owner to now being an entrepreneur? Everybody thinks that once they get their LLC, they're like, I'm an entrepreneur. And when you really delve down and see the real meaning and the real lifestyle, what an entrepreneur is, and you haven't scaled and your business hasn't reached a level where you can actually walk away, then you're a small business owner. And that's okay. That's okay, because the majority of us are. I just wanted you guys to sort of understand the difference between the two. Okay? Next thing, guys, allow other people. And this is something that I battle with myself, and I'm just starting to get out of the woods with this. So I'm telling you guys this as my own personal thing, right? You got to allow people to help you. Right? And I know I've mentioned this before about me. This is something that I struggle with. I know many of you ladies struggle with it, especially if you have built a business from the ground up by yourself and you got it to a point where you're actually making money, whether you left your job or whatever, you know what I mean? Or even if you build it to a point to where, your dollars are now being replaced for the hours. My thing is that you got to allow people to help you. You got to allow the right people to help you. And that's something that you're going to learn just through trial and error. And what really has helped me is to constantly ask other entrepreneurs questions. Even during the event that I was at last week, I forgot the gentleman's name. Robert, if you know his name, let me know. He had He had the beard. I'm so mad I forgot his name because he was so super duper cool. I spoke to him and he was like, listen, he gave me a whole rundown of how literally he could travel the world and he has other people that manage and runs his business to where he doesn't ever have to touch it unless he restructuring it or unless he wants to. And I was like, wow, I would love to get to that point to where I could just literally walk away without technically walking away. You know, so you got to allow people to help you. And that's another way to become, to scale the difference from being a small business owner to now entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs have whole teams of people that help them. They actually make them CEOs and CFOs and all kinds of stuff. No, not Brian. It wasn't Brian. He has a black beard. What was his name? I was so mad I don't remember his name. Oh, I think it starts with an M. What did he say that was funny? He has like a European accent. Jerry. Yes, it was Jerry. Yeah. I said it starts with M. Yes, it was Jerry. I had a conversation with him, which was amazing. And to be a part of that event, Robert was there last week. I mean, it was just awesome. And Robert, I even seen your business change, ever since you've been. I've been watching you, buddy. You're definitely doing it. Guys, if you're not following Robert, please make sure you do. He's doing some awesome stuff. We had a long conversation during the Uber ride to the Funnel Hacker Live event. It was just amazing. Yes. UK. Yes. In the UK. Yep. So yeah, you got to allow people to help you. And I get it. I'm horrible with that. Okay. So don't inbox me and say, Letitia, how can you allow people to help you? I'm still struggling with that. So as I learn how to master that, trust me, I will share with you guys. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. I got to get these kids in line. They're on spring break, this week. Okay. I'm almost done, guys. Next thing. Hey, Nadia. How you doing, mama? Next thing, guys, is make peace with the things that didn't work out. Just make peace with it. I've been in coaching programs and that were absolute fails. I have partnered with people that just, things just hit the fan. There's so many negative things that has happened through this whole process in my business. And at one point I had to tell myself, like, Letitia, you got to let all that negativity go. Because if you're going to get where you're at a massive level quickly, if you're not letting go of all the garbage that you went through, you're never going to make it happen. You're never going to be of value to your audience, right? So that's something that you guys have to understand. You have to make peace with the things that didn't work out, with the people that decided to fall off, with situations that totally went left. You got to make peace with that. You just have to. If your mission is to show your children that they don't have to work, if your major responsibility is to show the world that whatever message that you have, whether you're a relationship expert or a real estate expert or a consultant, distributor, whatever that you in, you got to let go of whatever didn't work out. You got to learn from it. It's so funny. Like, I was speaking to my mentor the other day and I was telling her, I'm like, I wish I had partnered with you a long time ago. I felt like in the beginning of my business, hey, Sophia, it was just running through circles with horrible advice and horrible coaching. And she was like, you know what? You had to go through that to understand the value of where you're at right now. And you guys got to understand, we all have to go through something to understand and appreciate how we have grown now. Because we all have potential, all of us. All of us have extreme potential. All of us are extremely intelligent. I don't care what you think about yourself. How do you feel about yourself? I don't care how you feel when you wake up tomorrow morning. In the day, we are all here for a purpose. And I so believe that each and every one of us is here for a purpose. When I look at my kids, I look at all 4 of them, and even though they're super young, I know that each and every one of them is here for a purpose. And for some of them, I can identify what that purpose is. You know what I'm saying? And we all are here for a purpose. And now when we put power, guys, and let's go back to the power. Somebody type in power again. Type in power. We was just talking about power at the beginning of this broadcast. When you put power behind everything that you do, and I'll be honest with you guys, I've been really sick for the past couple of weeks. Really sick. My health has totally been taken a left. And I was never going to share this, but one of the things I really want to be to you guys, and you guys know I'm extremely transparent. I've been extremely sick for the past couple of weeks. And the major thing that has happened was my energy levels have gone down. And it's so funny how the devil works, right? When I was in Florida, I would wake up and I was doing filming every single day. We were going to the live events. We was doing all type of interviews and stuff like that. I woke up every morning, guys, throwing up, feeling so freaking sick, and literally going to bed like with extreme back pain and everything. And I'm about to get all that stuff worked out this week. So guys, don't worry. Mama's gonna get my surgery done and everything's gonna be awesome. But what I'm trying to say is that no matter what level of pain or no matter what you're going through in your business, you got to keep going. You got to keep going, because I could wake up tomorrow in pain, but then when I get out of bed and I go into the living room, who's the first people I see every morning? After I do my prayers and worships and do my reading and stuff, the first people I see every single morning is my kids. The first people. And the whole purpose of why I do all of this, everything that I do, you know, my whole mission, my whole message is to show my children another way, to show not just them, but other women all across the world that they don't have to go through the crap that I went through in the beginning. They don't have to feel like they're not validated. They don't have to go through the nonsense, the garbage, the ridicule, the negativity. I mean, you're still going to go through negativity. I can't not promise that. You're going to have people in your life that are just not going to be on your side, or may, in the beginning, they may feel like they're on your side, but then eventually they're not. And that's just part of the territory. A lot of times we have to use our enemies as our footstool. And I don't like to call people enemies. I really think that's like a crazy word. But at the end of the day, we got to use all this negativity, all this animosity, all this nonsense and garbage that we go through on a consistent basis. All these walls, right? These walls that we hit. And we got to use that as our footstool, because it just makes us stronger. And everything that you've been through in your life, I guarantee that it made you stronger. I don't feel it made you weak. I don't feel it wounded you, because everything in life is about perspective, right? Everything. Calvin Coyle said this, and I'm actually doing an event with Calvin Coyles in Orlando, Florida in September. So please, guys, you have to come to that event, because Calvin Coyles, and please look him up on Facebook. I'm not sure if you can friend request him. I think he's out on Friends, but he is an amazing influencer. This man will get you riled up and energized in literally 5 minutes. Okay? He is awesome, right? And like I was saying, one of the major things is that everything's about perspective. And none of you guys can't tell me that all the things that you went through, whether negative or positive, I know it reached you to another step in your destiny. And last but not least, guys, and before I get into the last thing, I want to invite you guys to my tribe. Okay? Now, what does that mean? I know there's a lot of groups out there and people are telling you guys, come in my group. But this tribe is way different. Okay? Our main manifesto is domination. It's really not meant for women who want to do things on a low-level, mediocre status. We really want to work with women such as yourself, and it's free to join this tribe. We really want to work with women that really want to leverage their business cold-heartedly. Really message-driven women. I love, like Darlene, if you're on here, she has a message. Tawanta has a message. All of you ladies, at the end of the day, you have some message. I know some of you guys are MLMers and you're part of a direct sales, but at the end of the day, you have a core message, whether it's to save lives or whether it is to help women feel amazingly confident, like Marielle. You know, all of you guys have a core message that's your whole spirit of why you do what you do, why you act how you act, why you're so passionate every single day. So this is what this group is meant for. It's really meant for like warrior women. You know what I'm saying? Like big warrior women that want to really impact the world and really know what their what is. Like Russell Brunson says, you got to know your what and your how. You know, it's really meant for women who know what they what is, even if you don't know it all the way, because sometimes we don't know it all the way. But yes, sister power. Yes, Tawanta, sister power. I love it. You know what your what is, but you just trying to figure out your how. Like, how are you going to get your message out there? Like, we all have a what. And if you know what your what is, type in the chat, even if you're watching this on replay. If you know what your what is, whether it is to, save animals or help women get out of abusive relationships, right? All of us have a what. Like Jackie's what is to make women feel like superstars, right? To make us feel, because we're all stars at the end of the day. So she's so passionate about making each and every woman feel like a star. No matter what obstacles you're going through, no matter what walls you hit. We all have a what. But the thing that gets us stuck is the how. How am I going to do it? How am I going to get my message out here? How am I going to package it to where people are going to just run to me without me trying to run to them? In most programs, you probably hear coaches tell you, go live 4 or 5 times a day. And it's okay to do that in the beginning. But when you're scaling, there's a different type of leveling up that has to happen in your marketing. And one of our top marketers, Kim Barrett, he does managed marketing for all of our done-for-you clients. He's awesome at delivering that message. But yeah, scaling back, you have to know the how. And this group is for women who really want to know the how. We all have our what. Even if you don't know your what yet, you sort of have an idea what your what is. But once you know the how, that's where the pavement starts hitting the road. That's when you're like, wow. I have my runway to the money, is what my coach would say. Last but not least, guys, so important. If you want to join the tribe, the link is right there in this broadcast. It's right in the description of this broadcast. Or you can just go to bit.ly/your success domination. bit.ly/your success domination tribe. Sorry. Or you can just hit the link in this broadcast and it'll take you straight there. Now, last but not least, it's time, guys. Please just hear me. Listen, guys, I want to see no comments going in the chat. I want you guys to just take a moment, because I know all these broadcasters, they love when you comment, but I wanted you guys to really meditate on this, because this is something that's starting to get watered down, I noticed online. And I want you guys, and I know each and every one of you who are watching this, y'all have a message that is so powerful that sometimes when you talk about it, you start to get that tear in your eye, right? I know that's you. I know that is you. You're that type of woman that when you tell people what your core message is, you start to get so emotional. You even start to get goosebumps or even shake. I know that's you. So this last thing I want to tell you guys before I hop off is that it's time to start being taken seriously. It's time to start being taken seriously. You type in the chat now, type in, I am serious. We all want to be entrepreneurs. We all want to dominate social media. We all want to be authors. We all want to be these professional driven type of women. But if you're not taking yourself seriously, if you don't believe the stuff that you're saying, if you're not falling into the hype that you're out there just spewing every single day, people know that. You got to take yourself seriously, and other people are going to take themselves serious. There was one client that we just added on our Done For You program, and she was telling me, she was like, Letitia, I trust you. So whatever you're doing, whatever mission that you're on, I trust you. I know, because wherever you're going to take me, I know it's going to lead me to exploding my message, right? You got to tell yourself every single day, I don't care what your husband says. I don't care what your mama, your daddy, your boss says. Once you take yourself seriously, you're going to become unstoppable. There's not going to be nobody that's going to, you got to look at all the influential people out there in the world. Every person out there has reached that $1 million or 2 comma club level, $1 billion level. They had that moment where they took themselves seriously. And what happened? Other people took themselves seriously. You got people out here just selling all kinds of stuff that are just off the wall. But the difference between them and you is that they take themselves seriously. You gotta be serious about everything you do. And it can't be on a sometimes level. It can't be on a 10% level. It has to be on a 1,000% level. You gotta look at yourself in the mirror every day. And you gotta tell yourself, I'm so serious that I'm willing to put all my blood, sweat, and tears into everything that I do, everything that I say. And that where it falls into the planning, the growth, the power, is when you take yourself seriously. You take all the garbage and the nonsense that comes at us every day, right? when you start to take yourself seriously, other people will take you seriously. Like if you're taking yourself seriously on 1,000% level, everybody else around you, I'm sorry, my baby's back there, just trying to talk to me. Everybody else around you would take you seriously on 1,000,000% level. And that's how momentum works. That's how, because it's all about the power of the momentum that you put in every single thing you do, every single thing, every single day, that will allow people to know your level of seriousness. And your level of seriousness can be you leveling up. Your level of seriousness can say, you know what, I'm gonna level up so much that I'm gonna just go and invest in a whole team to just do everything for me, my websites, my funnels, everything, my managed marketing, everything for me, so I can show people how serious I am. Because you can't be serious, y'all. Let's just be honest. You can't be serious on a 10% level. You can't be serious on a mid-level. You got to really show your level of seriousness. Give me 1 second, guys. Aurora? Aurora? Aurora! Come here. Sorry, y'all. Mama's probably has taken that. You got to show your seriousness on a really, really high level. And I think that's one of the major things that has happened to me just in the past 8 months, why I have gotten this huge influx of clients and even boosted up my email list by 300%, is that I showed my audience my levels of seriousness. I show my audience my level of commitment, my level of scaling, my level of just showing how passionate I am about not just dominating the internet, but just helping other women dominate as well. Yeah, Maddie said, now that I leveled up, people are taking her seriously. You know, Maddie was just at an event with us last week. We did her complete branding makeover. And let me tell you, even while we were there, she was showing me messages of how people were just like inboxing her and just really, you know, supporting her. Even she showed me some where people had their little questions. But at the end of the day, her seriousness level have catapulted. And also, when all is said and done, you got to ask yourself whether you want to do this or not. I mean, you got to have that woman-to-woman conversation with yourself in the mirror and say, are you willing to not only work towards being an entrepreneur, but are you actually willing to scale so that you can stay in this game for 30, 40, 50 years, and even after 10 years, you can hand this off to somebody else. You know what I mean? And just get all the back end profits. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But again, guys, thank you guys. I so appreciate you guys for hopping on. I'm sorry if I missed some of you guys' comments. I don't have my glasses on, but I'm definitely going to go back in a little bit and just answer any questions that you guys might have or whatever. Or you guys should just inbox me. I'm okay with that. So I invite each and every one of you to just hop on over and join my tribe. We're actually giving you guys 30 days access to our Freedom-preneur Academy. Now, what that means, this academy has over 9,000 hours of content. Is one of the academies that I started with months ago. That really helps me to be able to find out the basic ways, even the advanced ways, to advance my business in a scalable way. So it's definitely going to give you the tools and resources that you need, but I'm giving you guys 30 days access for just a limited time. So you have to hop on into my tribe to gain access, the links, so that you can go on and start your 30-day trial, and you can always cancel at any time. We're not one of those, programs that give you these commitments and say, you got to be in it for a year. It's not like that. You know, at the end of the day, you're more than happy to go if you want to, or stop for a little while, then come back on. It's all up to you, because we want successful people. We want people that literally, you know, like me, 8 months from now, you have all these success stories. You travel to all these places and there's all this massive changes that has happened into your life. We're not for the little change, we're for the massive change. Because I know that when your bank account changes massively, you can do way more than a little bit, right? We all can make $1,500 a month, $2,000 a month, but when you have a massive change in your bank account, even how you market and promote yourself online, it makes a huge difference. Somebody type in huge. Huge difference. It's almost like night and day. Really it is. And a lot of times we don't think that that can happen. We don't think that our business can have massive change overnight. Yes, it can. And it has happened for so many different people. I have had the amazing opportunity for actually being in the room with those people when I was in Orlando, Florida, the week before last. And the possibility is there. It's trying to get in the room with the people who leverage those opportunities. So guys, thank you so much for hopping on. I so appreciate you guys. If you have any questions, post it in the chat. Don't forget to share this out to someone who you feel this information will be important to. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.